Hey everyone. Hey guys. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm going to put my headphones in. Yesterday, there were some technical difficulties with the audio. But as usual, I'm coming across interesting content all over the internet. And, I always come back here and share it with you guys. So I came across this tweet. And the tweet is by an author named G.L. Lambert. Okay. He wrote the book Hotactics, and I would highly suggest every single woman read this man's books, whether that be Hotactics, whether that be Solving Single, whether that be, he has multiple books. I mean, his content is great. Okay. And I wanted to read the tweet he wrote. And he's a writer, so he writes blogs and articles and all that stuff. So let me just get into that for you. Okay. All right. So G.L. Lambert, he writes here. This is, he's mimicking women. He's mocking women when he says this. He says, he was so into me. No, he wasn't. He was trying to get into you. And there's a difference. You're too damn old to be falling for basic ass game from basic ass men whose only skill set is telling hopeless romantics what they want to hear. Okay. If you think about it, right? If you really think about the value of a woman's portal, of the cookie, right? We're going to call it the cookie for the sake of this video remaining on YouTube without any monetization problems or censorship problems. Okay. So we're going to call it the cookie. Now, in this world we live in, cookies are worth more than money itself. So, for example, let's say you had a handful of gold coins and diamonds, just a handful of gold coins and diamonds, right? Like this, a handful of it. Okay. This is the value of your cookie. Okay. People are going to chase it. People are going to harass you for it. People are going to lie to you to get it. People are going to try to trick you, hoodwink you into giving up your handful of diamonds and gold coins. That is the literal value of the cookie, right? Now, it was really funny. I'm going to find this. Y'all, I'm going to find this skit. Thank you. Thank you, Memory, for kicking in. Dave Chappelle had a skit, and he was talking about how when he was younger, he was running around DC and he was getting into drugs, selling drugs, transporting drugs, moving drugs. Okay. He made a transaction and had a backpack. I think he said with $50,000 in his backpack, running around DC, taking a subway, taking a metro. Right. And he was saying, I was thinking to myself, oh my goodness, if people knew how much money I had in my backpack, they would kill me. They would kill me. People, if people, he literally said this. He said, if people knew how much money I had in my backpack, they would kill me. He was like, oh my gosh, now I know what it's like to have a vagina. And this is coming from a man, y'all. And this is the game. This is the game. And a lot of women don't understand this. The whole current game. And no one, it is politically incorrect. No one really talks about it in mainstream media. But the game to keep women under the thumb of men and powerless is to trick them into thinking what they have isn't that valuable and it's something that should be given freely. It is not meant to be given freely. You have to understand that throughout human history, for most of human history, men would go to war and risk their lives just to have access to a woman. Not even to her body, but to have the chance to get to talk to a woman, have a chance of, having some type of relationship with a woman. So if you understand the context, the historical context of the value of the P, of the power of the P, you look at your cookie a little bit differently. Okay. So now that that's out the way, I'm going to look for that skit. But we're going to get into this G.L. Lambert tweet. All right. So he says right here, Jill Lambert says, he was into me. He was so into me, says the woman, right? And he's like, no, he wasn't. He was trying to get into you, and there's a difference. You're too damn old to be falling for basic ass game from basic ass men whose only skill set is telling hopeless romantics what they want to hear, right? So Faith Faith Alexis Jackson, hey girl, she says 100%, 100%, period, on period, right? Royal 93 says, yep. Okay, now I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to read this part of the tweet. This is from his blog. So we're going to read this. And what does this say? It says the value of your vajayjay, right? Okay, let's get into it, y'all. So you went to high school together and you know his family. That deserves your cookie? That deserves your handful of gold coins and diamonds, really? Would you give out a handful of diamonds and gold coins to someone just because you went to high school with them and just because you know his family? Would you do that? Then why would you do that with your cookie? This is the point I want to get across. He's helping me with this blog, okay? He pulled your chair out at the restaurant and paid for the meal. That deserves your cookie. He took you on 4 dates in 1 week. That deserves your cookie. You spent 5 hours having a conversation in his car. That deserves cookie. You used to talk back in the day, and now he's back and acting more mature. That deserves the cookie. You met his mother, and she liked you. That deserves it. He brought you a bag and some shoes the first week of knowing you. That deserves a cookie. He hopped in your DMs, then flew you out. That deserves your cookie. That deserves a handful of gold and diamonds. Does it? All the other girls at work want him, and he likes you. That deserves the cookie. He's your platonic best friend and wants more now that you're single. So that right there deserves a cookie. You've talked to a lot of guys, and his energy just feels different. Really, that deserves a cookie. No. Okay, listen. He continues. But actually, let me address one of these comments really quickly. So Royal 1993 says, RC Black says, you should know certain things by a certain age. A 35-year-old woman can't be fooled with basic games. Hopefully, but you'd be surprised, Miss Royal 1993. You'd be surprised. I know there are women in their 30s who are still falling for the okie doke. That's why we make these videos, girl. Anyway, you're too damn old to be falling for basic ass game from these basic ass niggas whose only skill set is telling hopeless romantics what they want to hear. He doesn't like you. He wants to you. He isn't proving consistency by being nice to you for a few weeks. He's chasing ass. Yet there you go on another date that ends with you letting him go too far or exposed via another house date that proves you aren't as hard to get as your Instagram captions claim you are. The P is priceless. Cookie is priceless. Pussy is priceless. It's rewarded to the best, not given to the latest crush that gets you drunk off brown liquor. Now, a lot of women I see on my feed, and this is kind of like the new saying for a lot of the level up women in the level up community. What they're saying is the best man wins, right? And I've featured videos that express this sentiment before. Sinful to P, I know he's problematic in the YouTube world. He's problematic, period. But he says, treat your cookie like the championship. Everybody can't get the championship. Men in the NFL, the NFL players, they will break their back to get the championship. You hear me? They will risk injury and death to get the championship. Men used to treat the cookie like that. Men used to go off to war and fight and risk their lives to get access to women. Now it's too easy. Now women are wondering why these men don't stick around. Why don't they value me? because you don't value yourself. You need to value yourself. Okay. So Vegeta, hey Vegeta 27, hey. But anyway, this stuff is powerful. And it's like people just handing it out like they handing out sunflower seeds. It's like, you want some sunflower seeds? It's really no. The way you have to look at it is you have a handful of gold coins and diamonds, because even Dave Chappelle said, man, if people knew how much money I had in this backpack and I was running around the city, they would kill me for this bag. He said, now I know what it's like to be a woman and have a vajayjay. That's what he said. Women, see, here's the thing. Men know this. A lot of women just don't get it. And that's the whole trick. Like, that is the scam. That is the scam of the day. That is the scam of the current, quote unquote, gender wars of today. It's women don't even realize their own value. Women don't realize the value of what they have, and they don't see the power of femininity and feminine energy. They just don't get it. They don't even understand the value of their existence on this earth. And that's kind of sad. So, you know, I made a video, I went live yesterday featuring a question I got about deadly attraction oil on the cheating boyfriend, right? And I told this young woman, you know, she was just wanted to use this oil to get a cheating boyfriend back. Like, why would you want a man if he left you pregnant and don't care about you? Why would you want him if he left you while you were pregnant and now he's seeing another woman? Why would you want that trash back? Why would you want to attract trash back into your life, right? Why? And this is the thing, like, women just don't get it. Women, you lose every time. You will lose if you do not put yourself first. You will lose if you do not master self-love and really figure this out. So this is the task I'm giving to all the ladies who may be listening. Master self-love. If you master loving yourself, if you master prioritizing yourself, if you master putting yourself first, you won't have these relationship problems. You won't have it. You won't have them. Okay? It's ridiculous. It's getting crazy. You know, yesterday I saw a young woman on live on Facebook, and she was talking about how the details were very graphic, but I'll just say she was pursuing this guy she was really attracted to, and she pretty much jumped on him and pleasured him and was trying to jump on him again and wanted to know why this young man wouldn't fly her out to a certain state, take care of her transportation. I'm like, why are you confused about this? You jumped on this man. He thinks he's a prize at this point. It's like women don't even understand how this all works. Like, you're not supposed to pursue a man and then expect him to treat you like the prize. It don't work like that. So there's a lot to accomplish in this mental level up game, in this self-love game. And if you have any questions, let me know. Also, just a quick note. I'm running a beauty bundle giveaway. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure to check in the community tab to see the announcement. And also, it's the last upload that I put up right before this video. Okay? All right. So thank you guys for listening, and I will see you later. Bye.